All right, peace, peace, peace. Word. First and foremost, hopefully the Most High in your house shall blessing your day. By His mercies you aren't consumed. We're alive in the Most High in your house shall body, and two we're naturally alive, man. And I just want to get into this, man, because man, I had a little situation yesterday, and and also first and foremost, man, hopefully that y'all brothers that's going through it, man. It's a daily fight, which Lord, well, I'm gonna talk about later. Like, man, just battling the old man, inward man, honestly, and yeah, man, because the brother, I ain't gonna go into it, man, but I had a situation yesterday, actually, because man, it's crazy, because let me get this Ecclesiastes real quick, and here's a little misconception thing too, and here's actually I was actually talking about this with my dad, on last week, my pop last week, man, because even though like we have rule and dominion over animals, things of that nature, there is a certain way we're supposed to treat them, man. And let's get this in Ecclesiastes too. There's nothing new under the sun, man. Because Ecclesiastes 1 and verse 9, it says, the thing that has been, it is which has been, which shall be, that which is done is that which is. I'm sorry. Let me start this from the top. The thing that has been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there's nothing new under the sun. So yeah, man, there's nothing new under the sun, man. Because honestly, man, we like even our ancestors, our forefathers, our ancestors, they had pets too as well, man. And now I was gonna go into this as well, because even though we have rule and dominion over animals, man, like he said in the beginning to Adam, man, it's a certain way you're supposed to treat them, man. Because that is the Most High House creation as well, man. So. Because I'm just gonna share a little background. I think I told y'all before. I used to want to be a veterinarian when I growing up, man. I actually went to Saul, went to agricultural school, worked at the zoo, did a program at the zoo, at Academy of Natural Sciences, worked at the Live Animal Center, and I still do love animals, man. I kind of should have stuck with it, but yeah, man, I still do have love animals, man. Still watch like whereas documentaries or videos about them. I got animal encyclopedia, man. So I do like that zoology, animal stuff like that, man. But I say all this to say because yesterday, man, my mom, our cat had ran away, and all praise to Most High House I came back, man. But I kind of felt a certain way. I was sad a little bit, man. But because one might look at it, because I remember this. It's not a knock or I'm not. This not a shot at him, but I remember watching the brother Naquan from Watchmen for Israel, man, and and he talked about how sometimes our people like go through it, or people just in general, our people go through it, like when they say their dog died or something like that, and he's like, oh man, it's just a dog, but no, man, it's nothing new on the sun, because what we about to get in Toba and other places, man. No, man, you have that's why when the Most High house ask for sacrifices of your best, man, sometimes it'll be your best animal that he wanted, man. Of course, you'll be best, yeah, your best sacrifice, your best animal that you want, man. And don't get it twisted, man, because that was your best animal. It did the most for you, for your resources, for your your land, or what, if you had a farm, whatever. Because that we were agricultural people, of course, but you had to give up your best, man. So I mean, so that's is what it is. But also too, man, yeah, man, that's the thing about it too, man. Animals are spiritual as well. Your house shot too. Solomon said that in watching animals, you can learn a lot. Solomon said that in Proverbs 30, and and even Matthew 6, your house shot kind of goes into that. He said, watch the birds. Do they worry about what they're going to eat? Do they worry, or things of that nature, man? But also too, he said that he went back to the beginning with Adam. He said, aren't you greater than them? Well, he said to Adam and Noah and so on and so forth. But that's why I shared that clip. But actually yesterday, DMX saying that, he said, listen, man, I trust dogs more I do people, man. Animals, man, they're really it's really it's really having it, that's just really a thing, man. Because they'll be loyal, they'll help you get through times. Of course, the most High house of the word, and brothers and sisters, especially in the faith, or people, your loved ones will, but even animals can help you get through a certain time, man. Because a lot of times people that that are depressed, or not even just service dogs, and for people with ailments or disabilities, they'll help them with that too. But even certain times when you go through things, when you're depressed or sorrowful, man, animals will be there for you, man. So and this too, and here's the thing too. That's why it's really weird, because animals can bring the soft side out of people, man. Because you're those that watch television, man. Like like if you watch like The Sopranos, man. Tony Soprano, he had a thing for um um he had a thing for his ducks, things of that nature. I mentioned like DMX had a thing for dogs because the abandonment, that's what they represent, how he was abandoned. Or like those that watch like The Sopranos, Tony had a thing for his ducks. Or like if y'all watch like Mike Tyson had a thing for pigeons, things of that nature. If y'all watch even The Wire, man, like Marlo had a thing, he had a pigeon coop, he had a thing for pigeons. That's where he was just cold hearted, like killer, but he had a thing for pigeons. Or Weebay, like the character of Weebay on The Wire, he had a thing for his fishes, man. So animals can bring even the most like evil or like cold-hearted or like or actual gangsters or actual like hard people. Animals can bring like the kind heartedness out of people, man. That's what animals can do, man. That's what like it's that aspect of like people can feel like just how they operate. Like some people feel more comfortable around them than like people per se, but or they just had that same feeling like DMX said in that clip we shared. But let's get to Proverbs chapter 12 and verse 10 real quick, man. Cause yeah, man. Proverbs chapter 12 verse 10. It says, a righteous man tendeth to the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. So yeah, man. Now on natural tip, yeah, it's talking about like tending animals, treating them a certain way, but like but on spiritual tip, like testimony wise, it's talking about Yahushua, because this is what Yahushua did. Like Ecclesiastes 3 says, listen, he's like the sons of man or sons of Adam or like sons of man are like beasts, man. It's talking about like us. That's why even like that's why in Mark he said preach the gospel to every creature. Just like Adam, like that's why I said in Revelation, I'm going to give you a new name, because just like Adam named all the creatures in the garden, that's what the second Adam's going to do. But the creatures being his sons and daughters, man. That's is what it is. That's what I said that he said I'm gonna give you a new name. But on the natural tip, what we talking about now is talking about that, man. A certain way you treat your animals or like things in nature, man. Because it just is what it is, man. But let's grab this too. Proverbs chapter 12 verse 10. A righteous man regard the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. So yeah. That's is what it is right there, man. So let's go to Tobit real quick, man. Because we're gonna see, man. We had like our forefathers and ancestors. We had pets, like we had like and a connection to them as well, man. It's just like even though we have rule and dominion, and that's why even like Sirach 40 and 30 says like even if you have rule and dominion over something, like don't be aligned in your household. It's like you still treat people that's under your rule or your command a certain way. So like that's just is what it is, and and also too, here's the dichotomy, here's the balance too, because I know a lot of people with the whole PETA and the animal rights activists. No, the animals are not equal to us, but that doesn't mean we treat them lesser in a bad way, because they really don't belong in zoos, things of that nature. Like they really don't. Like animals, they don't belong to that. Because my first day working in the zoo, like they told me, it's kind of similar. That whole psychology is actually like the word, like in the wording aspect, like of like how we left Egypt, and those that wanted to come back, it was the familiarity. Like because the first thing they told me when I worked at the zoo years ago, they said, listen, it's not like the movies or something like that, or like when the animals, like when they try to break out the enclosure, they're going to try to run in the wild or into the woods. No, they're usually going to go back to what's familiar to them, and like to the habitat that was familiar to them. Like because a lot of them, just like people in prison, they get that. Like just like people in prison, they once, because y'all brothers and sisters probably know people that like they always had that they get institutionalized. They like go back to what's familiar to them. They get get out of jail and they go right back. Same with the zoo, because I was doing some research. Animals go through that, man. Like that's what Cat Williams said about his whole tiger joke years ago. When what was it? The Pimp Chronicles, or his pimping that stand-up special is really true. I've seen that happen before, animals, man. So it's just like it's kind of the same dichotomy of getting institutionalized and getting familiar with getting programmed to be there, if that makes sense. I'm trying to find the word, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, man. Yeah. And sometimes I'm pretty sure y'all brothers and sisters had this before. Those that even had dogs or certain animals, man. Animals can sometimes pick up when somebody's bad for you, right? Because have a dog, like he's friendly with everybody else, but with that one person, like those or that one person or that one party or like that one person or a few people that that dog like that he or she always barked at, because then later on down the line you fall out with that person, or that person like was no good for you, and and you figure it out. But then it goes back to the wild. Okay, this because animals are spiritual as well, man. So I just want to get into this, man, because I'm just glad that my cat came back to my mom's house. But yeah, man, I was a little sad about that, man, because like that we got that cat during the pandemic or during the COVID, man. So it was a house baby since like 2020. We watched it grow up. So but that's why I'm even doing this video, man, because it's like really like that's how you see the Most High house shine in all your ways in all your life, man. Like so Tobit chapter 5 verse 16, man, because we gonna get this real quick though. Tobit chapter 5 verse 16. It says, so they were well pleased. Then said to Tobias, prepare thyself for thy journey, and Yahweh will send you a good journey. And his son prepare all things, for his journey. And go thou with this man, and Yahweh which dwelleth in heaven prosper your journey, and the angel Yahweh keep you company. And so they went forth, and both the young man they both went forth, and the young man's dog with him. So see, and this is James 5, by the way, like on Proverbs 16:1, like if you go to the city or go on the trip, man, pray to the Most High Yahweh, if it be the Lord's will that you make it there. Or like it's kind of, but that's neither here nor there. That's another video for another day. But notice how it says the young man's dog went with him. So yeah, man, we had pets, man. It's like that, like like that. Now I'm not on that type of Esau thing where like dog is a man's best friend, but no, man, animals could be like okay, I got hit her. Animals could be like really really down with you as well, man. Like it says so they went forth, and the young man so they went forth both in the young man's dog with them. So yeah, man, that's just is what it is too. So yeah, we had pets like here too. So let's get this Tobit chapter 11 verse where is it at? 11 verse yeah. Yeah, 11 verse 8. Therefore anoint his eyes, and no, that's not it. That's not it. Yeah, Tobit 11 verse 4. And take thy hand and the gall of the fish. So they went their way, and the dog went after them. So yeah, man, even Tobias had a pet dog, man. So it's like, yeah, and it meant a lot because he went on a journey with him, man. So yeah, this is what it is. Like DMX said with the dogs, man. So it's just like, and also too, why you think Nathan? Let's get 2 Samuel 12 real quick, man. We not gonna read all of it, but why do you think Nathan made the parable of that? Like after David, because the whole parable was about David committing adultery with Bathsheba. But why do you think it used that thing as a lamb, like man having a lamb? And why do you think that even Saul ran after the sheep, and and David went after the sheep. He would fought lions and bears to go after the sheep. Now on spiritual too, that's Yahweh Shai, and that tells us with Revelation and with the pretty much with the beast, man. That's why the beast is compared to a lion and a bear. But that's neither here nor there with the whole that thing. But yeah, man, why do you think that, man? Because yeah, that's just is what it is, though, man. Let's get to 2 Samuel 12 real quick, man. You're not gonna read all of it, man, but yeah. Second, I was to read the verse 12. Y'all can read this on your own time. But it says 2 Samuel 12 verse 3. But the poor man had nothing but save one ewe lamb, and which he had brought up and nourished him. Yeah. And grew up together with him and his children, and it did eat his own meat and drank his own cup, and it lay in his own bosom, and unto him was as a daughter. So yeah, man. So yeah, exactly, man. Now we know this parable is about like David committing adultery and just taking like everything that you had, like pretty much while like pretty much what David did with Bathsheba, like even because this pretty much what Nathan was saying, like you're the king, and even the little thing that this poor man had, you took from him, and that happens, man. Because I know a sister personally, man, like even y'all brothers and sisters know this as well, man. Like y'all brothers and sisters know, I know this as well, man. I might know like some people that's homeless, man, and people still take from them, man. And people that it's sometimes, of course, you got other people, other homeless people that take from them, but it's certain people that's doing that don't even need it, just take from them just to take it, man. Just that spitefulness and maliciousness, man. So that's what kind of Nathan is saying in his parable right here, man. But yeah, but notice how I said is made this connection to a man and a lamb, man. He raised him up, nourished him, man. So yeah. That's just what it is, man. So that's just a thing, man. Because I'm just glad, all praise to Most High Yahshua, that the cat came back. Now I was good with it either way, because it's like at the end of the day, yeah, it is like it is a cat, and like it is like true. Sometimes with people, but like people you can't put anything in the flesh, and like can't fall in love with anything in the flesh, man. We fall in love with spiritual things, like with the Most High Yahshua, because they change not. But like what sometimes like sometimes people like you still gotta move forward, and even like if your animal dies, you move forward, man. Because don't get twisted though, man. That's why I'm making this, because certain times like animals can get you through certain things, man. Especially one that's like especially when you're going through a rough time, man. Like that has happened to me in the past, man. So anyway, man. So hopefully it's edifying, man. This might come off as like whatever he's talking about. No, man, but this happens, man. That's why certain people, like, they go through it when, like, their favorite, when they have a pet, like a family pet or a house pet, it dies, man. Because it's very, very, and also, too, a misconception things that has nothing new on the sun. Because, like, we had, pets before in the ancient world, man. So, but at the end of the day, we got rule and dominion over them, man. But you don't treat them a certain way, man. Hopefully this is edifying, man. So, peace.